Look, I mean, the immediate word that comes to mind is forgiveness, right? You know, I think we all need a lot of that. But frankly, with my work, I consider that once I've finished it, once it's done, it is not owned by me anymore. It's owned by the audience, and they interpret it however they want. Whatever they say, they're right, you know? And so it's up to them. They own it.
Con Gaby Cam y Javier Ibarreche.
Maggie, Jesse, welcome to The Estreno. The Bride is such a roller coaster. I was clapping, screaming to the scream, so thank you for that experience, you know?
Good.
And you know, Maggie, in the film we see this relationship getting built on two different motives. He wants to belong, she craves identity. What did this journey of writing this story, directing this, teach you about that universal struggle, the challenge of finding someone to share life with, but without losing who one really is?
I think, yes, it is definitely about that. But actually, also more just in general, it's about what are the things in ourselves that we're too scared to share, we're too scared to look at, that feel actually monstrous. Like, this movie is an opportunity to kind of go, no, we're going to share it all. We're going to put it all out there. And not only that, we're going to celebrate it. Because I don't really think you can have that kind of deep, wild, passionate love without including all of that stuff.
We pretty soon get that Frank just wants to belong, and he finds that connection by letting himself go, allowing himself to a little bit lose control. After embodying him, what did he teach you about our ability to love the broken parts, the ugly parts, the monstrous parts in someone else, even if we may be hiding some truths along the way just to survive?
Yeah, well, it's about not having the performative kind of love of yourself or of other people where you just want order and where you just want positivity all the time. Everybody has not just a desire, but a need for chaos to some degree, for a sort of a Dionysian aspect. It's a part of life. It's the second law of thermodynamics in it, of entropy, of going from order to chaos. It's just something you can't avoid. And so if you try to avoid it, it ends up being a lie. So the bride is complete truth to Frank and gives him the liberty not to obsess so much about his past, but to look to the future and see how he can reinvent himself the way that the bride has reinvented herself, because he's committed so many horrendous crimes that he cannot overcome that. But to recognize no matter what you've done, you can improve your life and you can live life to the full throttle, wide open, but without making the same mistakes of the past. But it ain't no morality tale either. They make plenty of mistakes throughout this film.
La humanidad, por supuesto. Y Penélope, en esta película estamos rodeados de mujeres increíbles. Mirna, la novia, en la pantalla, detrás obviamente Maggie, Jessie, tú. ¿Qué es lo que más te inspiró estar en medio de este grupo de mujeres también que están al mando? ¿Sientes que hay un hilo común, una fuerza especial, a lo mejor algo que los une a todas en esta historia?
Sí, a todos los personajes, y yo creo que a todas nosotras, como a todas las actrices y a Maggie, lo que supone contribuir, ¿no? A algo así, a ese tipo de mensaje que es tan actual, que es tan importante y donde queda tanto por hacer. Y acompañadas de esos personajes masculinos también, ¿no? Como son el personaje de Christian o el personaje de Peter, que en realidad a su manera están queriendo luchar por lo mismo, ¿no? Y mucha de la rabia del personaje de Frank viene de ver lo que se hace y se ha hecho con el personaje de la novia. Entonces cuando mi personaje le ve es como, no, él tiene que estar vivo y ella también, y que escapen y que vivan esta historia de amor y que les dure siempre, ¿no? Es muy emocionante la historia de amor, y te enamoras de los monstruos.
And we get to see this transformation not only in the bride but also in Frank. How was to explore that specific shift where love isn't just a feeling but the spark, the permission to stop being afraid, to have courage and dance, to finally be seen, to take space, to be alive.
Yeah, and to risk falling out of love, you know, to be dangerous about that aspect, not to play it safe. That's the commonality between them. She can take it, you know, to the full. He almost does it, but he pulls back a little bit because he still has jealousy. he still has that insecurity of, well, what if she doesn't choose him any longer? And so his anger comes out regarding that, but he's trying to beat it. He's trying to finish that, and he does recognize just what vitality she brings to his life, and recognizes that even though this way of living might be short-lived, that it's worth it. It's worth every second of it.
And we have to talk about the orange, the decision of the orange dress, because it's my new favorite fun color. And why did you kill the classic white look, and when did the orange make sense to you? And Jessie, what it was like the first time you stepped on it? Did it change how you felt as the bride?
Well, that orange comes straight from the core of our brilliant costume designer, Sandy Powell, whose hair is orange.
Yeah.
Every ounce of her
She's like a shock of orange hair, yeah.
And she's a kind of true punk, somebody who's definitely never fitted into a box. But that was kind of an immediate instinct for her to be an orange, right?
Yeah, I think when you make a movie with really brilliant people, you have to make space for their expression. Why did Sandy Powell, who has costumed the most incredible movies ever, why did she want to do this one? Well, because there's something she wanted to say. There's something she had to express. And so if Sandy comes and says, the dress is orange, I have to take that seriously. And to be completely honest with you, at first I was like, whoa, that's really orange. She has one dress the entire movie. It's that, whoa, okay. Kind of shocked me. And she was like, I'm right. Most people don't talk to the director like that. I was like, okay, but maybe a little bit more rose or no. I was like, okay, but we should talk about it, And we did talk about it, but in the end, we went with her color. Because I actually had a dream about it. And then I was like, what? I like color, but Sandy Powell is an expert in color. Trust her. And I did. And when I first saw that dress lit at night, and so much of the movie takes place at night, I was like, whoa, that woman is a genius.
And Kristen, you've inhabited so many different lives. At the Estreno, we believe in the power of great stories. What is the ultimate story about humanity that you want your work to tell? If people are going to remember one thing about the humanity you portrayed, what would you want it to be?
The immediate word that comes to mind is forgiveness, right? I think we all need a lot of that. But frankly, with my work, I consider that once I've finished it, once it's done, it is not owned by me anymore. It's owned by the audience, and they interpret it however they want. Whatever they say, they're right, and so it's up to them. They own it.
Yo creo que los valores que me transmite mi madre cada día y mi padre cuando estaba con nosotros, cuando estaba vivo. El pobre fue demasiado pronto, desde luego, pero valores que ves en tu casa, ¿no? De lo que cuesta salir adelante, de no dar las cosas por hecho. A mí me ha formado mucho eso, en cada día ser consciente del privilegio que es tener un plato de comida en la mesa, tener una casa con calefacción, tu techo, tu trabajo, tener un trabajo que te motiva. Yo siempre de pequeña rezaba por eso, rezaba para poder tener un trabajo que me motivara. Era como una obsesión para mí, porque sabía que de otra manera iba a ser muy infeliz. Entonces creo que la manera en la que yo viví mi infancia me hizo ser como muy agradecida a las cosas que llegan, ¿no? En la vida y no darlas por hecho, no pensar, esto es así, no, porque no es así para tantos millones de personas. Entonces eso es algo que no ha cambiado en mí y que creo que nunca va a cambiar, y se lo debo a ellos.
Gracias.
Porque entonces lo disfruto todo mucho más.
Se ve. Gracias absolutamente por eso, Penélope. Éxitos con todo lo que viene y felicitaciones por la novia.
Muchísimas gracias.
Maggie, Jessie, thank you for your time. Thank you for being with us in the estreno, and congratulations on the bride. Thank you for this film.
Thank you.
Con Gatica y Javier Ibarreche.